channel Data Tutorials. So in today's video, we are going to see the brand new interactive dashboard in Power BI software. So in front of your those things, right? So we have directly grabbed it from there and we have me as well. So if you're interested, you can visit the website, you can explore. If you're interested, you can go ahead and buy. And so let's continue with our video. So this is the problem statement which we have. So it has been provided by the client for us, and with respect to that, we have to design first KPIs requirement, and then we are going to see the charts requirement. So if you look at the KPIs requirement, first we want to find out is the total vehicles. So this total vehicles is nothing but it will give us an idea about what is the market size, okay, and how it is growing with respect to each and every year, right? So this is we want to analyze as the first. Second is average electric range, okay. So after one full charge of that particular vehicle, it will run with respect to, or it have some range that it will go 200 kilometer, 400 kilometer. So we want to find average, okay. All the cars, what is the average electric range? The next is total BEV vehicles, that is battery electric vehicles, which are only working on electricity, that is only battery powered. They do not have any, we can say, other engine in that, right? A diesel engine or a gasoline engine is not present in that, where a combustion engine will be used in that particular vehicle. No, it is completely clean and battery electric vehicle. So we want to find out the total BEV vehicles and the percentage of that particular BEV vehicles out of all the total vehicles. Getting or not? Similarly, we want to find out PHEV. It is nothing but plugged in hybrid electric vehicles. Means what? It will work on both the resources. Either it will work on electricity, or it might also use its combustion engine, that is either gasoline or a diesel engine. So what happens in PHEV is it is a hybrid engine. So sometimes it might be operated on electricity, and that is nothing but on battery. And sometimes, in case if the battery is not fully charged, then it can be altered or bypassed through combustion engines. Right. So it has both the ways. Right. So in this way, we have to analyze both the things. Right. So these are what the KPIs requirement which we have. Now next we will see what are our charts requirement. So charts are nothing but in this particular what we are doing in charts, actually KPIs what gives us, KPIs gives us the overall summary of the business at higher level, okay. At higher level, if you want to see the summary of the business, that will provide us. But charts, what does charts give us? At specific area for that particular specific field, we enter in more granularity of that particular data. We deep dive in the data and we bring out the insight from that. Getting or not? So these are the charts. That is the reason we analyze different charts. So first what we have to analyze is total vehicles by model year, and we want to analyze it from 2010 onwards. All the data we are going to analyze from 2010 and above that. So first we want to visualize is visualization of and it should be visualized in line chart or area chart. And what is the use of this visualization? It has been to see the what are the growth pattern and what are the adoption trends. So how many people are adopting the electric vehicle? How is the growth of electric vehicle from year to year? That we have to see here. Then total vehicles by state, it can be analyzed in the map chart. They have shown us the visualization type also. And in this, we are going to see the different demographics, right? So that is nothing but with respect to different states, how people are accepting it. Then top 10 total vehicles by make. We want to find out the top 10 vehicles by make, nothing but by company, right? And it can be analyzed in a bar chart. Then total vehicles by CAFE is nothing but clean alternative fuel vehicles, right? It is this particular term is analyzed, or it is been derived from the government bodies, and based on that some visualization we are going to see. It is either can be done by a pie chart or a donut chart, so depend on us. Then total, or we can say top 10 total vehicles by model, and it can be analyzed in a tree map. You can also analyze in a bar chart also, but tree map will give us the more idea over here, right? So which type of that particular model of that particular company or of that particular make is the best seller, and out of that 10 we have to find out. Getting not? So these are total charts requirement which we are going to see in this entire dashboard, which will give us the deep diving in the data. And then we are obviously going to use some filters in our 19. The version which I am using in this particular video is 2021 version of MS Office. The Power BI version which I'm using is the latest version, that is of December 2023 release. You can use this version, or you can download the version from your from Microsoft also. If you don't have the latest version, but always it is recommended to use the latest version of Power BI, which because Power BI always goes ahead and in each quarter what they do is they release some new functionalities for us, which will help us design and or we can say building and development very easy for us, or it will give us the new form of charts as well. So let's move ahead. I will quickly walk you through the data which we have. So this is the data which we have. I haven't changed anything. Whatever we have completely has been taken from directly the CSV file itself, and this is the particular link from where, or the Kaggle website link from where we have taken the data. You just have to search electric vehicle population, and you will get the complete data set in front of you. All right. So this is the data which we are going to use. From here, you can go ahead and download the data. It will be in the form of CSV file or a zip file. You have to extract it, and then you can use the data. And the data which we are using in our this particular dashboard also, I will add the link in the description box, or the link will be added in the description of this particular video. You can download it and you can directly use for the analysis of this particular dashboard. All right, so now let's go through the data. Whatever the size and volume of the data we have, I will explain you. So if you see here, the total volume of data we have almost 150k of the data. That is nothing but 1,50,000 of data we have, and the number of fields which we have are 17. Okay, and there are different fields are there. I will just try to explain you one by one. First is win 1 to 10. I don't think so it have any meaning over here. Then we have the country. Similarly, country also, this field which we have is incorrect here. That king this doesn't represent a country of any particular. I'm not sure, but I don't think so this is the correct field. So this two we are going to neglect. Then we have city from which it has been taken, that is the car. And then we have a state, postal code we have. Model year is nothing but of which particular year that particular car has been manufactured or sold, right? You can consider either ways, but model year is nothing but it has been manufactured date, or we can say manufacture year of that particular car. Then the make is nothing but which what name, what is the name of that company, or what is the make of that company. That is nothing but Hyundai, Jeep, Tesla, Ford, Toyota. There are different makes we have. Then in that particular company also, or that make also, we have different models, right? Then we have the electric vehicle type, whether it is completely electric operated or it is a hybrid car. Then we have a CAFE, that is clean alternative fuel technology. It is a government norm. With respect to that also, we have different data over here. Then we have the electric range. Okay, so after one complete charge, what is the range of that particular electric vehicle, right? Then base MRP we have, we don't have that much value populated for base MRP, so we are not going to use this value, or we are not going to use this particular field in our analysis. Then legislative district we have. Then we have the ID of that particular vehicle. Then we have the location of that vehicle from where it has been purchased or been made. Then what is the electric utility, which I just told you in the form of filters, and the census tract we have. All right, so these are the fields which we have in our data. Not all the fields we are going to make use of in our dashboard analysis. The most important and meaningful fields only we are going to make use in our dashboard, and then we are going to design and develop our complete project in the Power BI. So this is the complete data which we have. You can go through the data, and always remember, guys, 60 to 70% of your task is to study the data itself. Okay, so if you are studying the data in and out, how the data is flowing from higher level to lower level, that is higher granularity to lower granularity, what are the different keys and terminologies used in the data. So 60 to 70% of your analysis is done over there only. And then next task is just to paper out everything, build a rough dashboard on your paper, and then finalize what you can bring in the form of visualizations, which will help your company, which will help your client to bring some insights from that. Okay, so go through data, try to learn the data whatever you can, see the volume of data, see the sizes of data whatever we have. It will help us to increase the performance or the dashboard performance also, whichever tool we are using to analyze, right? So right now we are going to use Power BI. So now let's move ahead. I will take a new worksheet. Okay, so I have taken a new worksheet of Power BI. So this is the workbook which we will be using. So when you open your workbook in front of you, you have this particular interface. So the data which we have here is in a form of CSV file, that is comma separated value file. And to have the connector for that, we have to go to home tab over here, right? Then you have an option here called get data. Just click on this and you have an option here called text or CSV. Just click on this and then you will have to just locate your file. Okay, so what you have to do is first you have to download the data which is added in the description of this video. Download the data from the drive, then store it in your local system wherever you have, and then locate the file in your system. Just click on this and click on open. Okay, so once I do, you can see the file. It will take some time to open the file, and now you have this particular comma separated file. So it is giving you first 200 rows. Okay, and if you want entire data sets also, it will show the entire data set. And from here you will just see if we are bringing the correct data into our visualization or not. Just you have to click on load data. Okay, so once you click on the load data, it will load the data into our Power BI, and then we are going to make use of that particular data, right? So now the data has been loaded, but you cannot see it over here. So for that, what we have to do is you have to go in the table view, and here you can see the data is been completely populated. And at the right hand side in this data pane, when you just expand this, you will have these different fields in our data model, right? So this is the entire data which we have, and you can just check if all the data has been populated correctly or not. If is there any field missing from our data which has been not populated, getting or not? So this is the way you analyze these particular things. Now we have to use we are going to use the count of vehicles for modeling all these particular things. But first, what I will do, I will just help you to check the quality of the data, right? So how to check quality, whether is there any need of data cleaning in this, right? So for that, what we can do is I will just go on home tab over here, and you have an option here called transform data. So just click on transform data. A new window will be opened in front of you, and this is nothing but a Power Query editor. So for now I will just uncheck this. Okay, so now you can see in front of you there are 100 rows, or we can say 1000 rows are there. You can see 999 plus rows, but there are almost 1000 rows only. And out of those 1000 rows, we are seeing, we can say the top 1000 rows, or it randomly picks 1000 rows from the data to see the quality of the data. And here you can see that number of tables which we are going to use, it will be visible at the left hand side. And whatever steps we are using here, those will be displayed over here. If you are changing any data type, if you are changing any name, or if you are renaming anything, all will be visible over here. Getting or not? So now what we have to do is these two columns are not required for us. So what we will do, so I will just select these two columns. Okay, just press Control or press Shift and select these two columns, and then you have to just right click over here, and now you have an option over here called remove other columns or remove these columns. So what we will do, we will just remove these columns. All these will be removed. Okay, we don't need these columns in our data model. Getting or not? So this has been removed, and here you can see a step has been added, that is removed columns, right? The next, how to check the quality of the data. For that, you have to go in View tab. First, you will be in Home tab. Just go in View tab and click on Column Quality, and just click on Column Distribution. Okay. So from here, you can see you have this particular, we can say, a distribution which has been created for you. So what does this column distribution and column quality help us understand is, you can see valid is 100%, error is 0%, and empty is 0%. What does this mean is, or in this particular field, that is city field, whichever rows we have, all these particular rows have zero empty values and zero null values and do not have any errors. So it is 100% valid. And always remember, whenever you are working in on any of the data set, it should be 100% valid. Okay, it should not have any blank values or errors, right? Blank values are accepted, but error should not be there, because in some cases, for some of the dimension fields, the data itself demands that it should be blank. Getting or not? But it should not have any errors. Then you can see the distribution is there over here, which says 109 distinct and 40 unique values are there. So what does this mean is, we have 40 unique values and 109 distinct, means what? This is not the primary key for us, right? So there are values which are duplicating over here. Getting or not? I mean to say Seattle, it is for first row, it may be present on, you can see on 17th row, 18th row also it is there. So it is not a distinct, or we can say not a unique value, because the values are repeated again and again. And 109 distinct means what? Whichever are single value repeated. Okay, but out of that 40 are unique only. Getting or not? So this will help you understand what does actually this particular column distribution means. So in this way, you have to check each and every column over here. Similarly, here you can see this column is important for us. That is DOL. We can see vehicle ID. So this is the column which we are going to make use of. Here you can see 1000 distinct and 1000 unique values are there. Because this particular Power Query editor just shows us first 1000 rows in our data, or random it might be. But what does it mean over here is this particular field, that is DOL vehicle ID. There are 1000 distinct values in this and 1000 unique. Means what? Each row of this particular column have unique value, right? So this means that this is our primary key, or we can say this is the key, or this is the particular field where we have each and every row have an unique and non-null value, non-empty value, non-error value. You can see you do not have any error and not don't have any empty value. Getting or not? So in this way, you have to check the cleaning and the quality of the data, right? So once you have done, we have deleted, we don't want the unwanted values. Similarly, this also we don't want, we'll just right click and we'll just remove it, right? So these are the fields which we do not want in our data set. So we have removed those. Then you can go to home tab, and you just have an option here, close and apply. So whatever changes we have made here, they will be automatically applied in this entire data, and the same data will be brought into Power BI. So I will just click on close and apply. So once you do, you can see the data has been brought in Power BI and all the deleted columns are not present now here. Getting or not? So in this way, this is the data. Now we will go ahead and start building our dashboards. For that, we have to go in report view. Getting or not? Before that, what we will do first, we will try to bring our background over here, right? So we are going to use a background in our data or in our dashboard. So we will first bring our background over here. So for that, go to format your report page, then go to canvas background, and here you can add a background. So I'll just click on browse, and this is the background which we are going to use. I will add this background in our description link. From that you can download and you can use the same background. If you want, you can use different background also, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just click on open. So still it is not visible over here. What's the reason? Because the transparency here is 100%. So you have to reduce it to 0%. Once you do, you can see this particular background over here. Then go to canvas setting, and here you can see the vertical alignment. It is at top. What we will do, we will click on middle. Means what? In we can see at the top and at the bottom equal amount of space is left. So our canvas is at exact center. Getting? So now what we will do, we will start building our dashboard. So I'll just close this as of now, and now we will build our dashboard. So first thing you can see in this particular dashboard which we have already created. So first I will add the title for our dashboard. So for that, you can see I have used a placeholder for this. Same placeholder we'll be using here as well. So I'll just go in insert, and I will just click on shapes, and this is the shape we are going to insert. Okay, now what we will do, I will just close this and open my format menu, then go in general, go in properties. The height for me will be 50. I will use the 50 height. Okay, and the width which I will be using is 1260. Okay, so this is the width we will be using, and I will just add it into center. Okay, and now what we will do, I will just go to shape, and I will go to style, and we will use the color for this. Just go here and I will click on more colors, and I will use the code over here, that is hashtag. I will use it as 002407. Okay, so this is the code which you are going to use. I will just click on enter, then click on borders. Okay, so for border we'll be using 2 pixel of width, and I will choose the color for us is, we'll use the code for our, this is 006 E1F. Okay, so this is the code which we are going to use. All right, perfect. And now we will just go here again to the shape, and the rounded corners will make it as 5. Perfect. So this is the placeholder. Now we will add the text in this. I'll just click on text, and now we will name it as electric vehicle dashboard, or we can say electric vehicle analysis. All right. Now just select this, go to effects, just click on turn off the background for this. Now select the entire text in this, then we will choose 24 as our font, and we will choose it as bold. Okay, and color we will be using it as white. Okay, so this is our name of the dashboard, and now we'll just try to reduce it likewise. Okay, and now just take this and we'll try to place it over here. All right, so this is our electric vehicle analysis. Now next, we will start design our dashboard. So first, as per our problem statement, just let's see our problem statement. So first we have to find out total vehicles. Okay, so for that what we will do, first I will again create a placeholder. Okay, so this placeholder we will again create it. So now what I will do, I will just take this control C and control V, so we don't have to format it again and again. I will just copy and paste this. Okay, the same thing we are going to use. All right, and I will just now go in, select this, go to general, go to properties, and here we will choose the height for it as 200 and the width for it as 231. Okay, 231. So this will be our placeholder. Now select this again, go to shape, and for here just select 3. Okay, so we'll use this particular rounded corners as 3 pixel. Now we will design it. Now first we have to design the thing that is total vehicles. We have to find out the total vehicles. For that I will just click here. So I have already told you while checking the quality of the data, find out the total vehicles is nothing but we have to take count of all the vehicles, right? And this is the, we can take any of this particular, but this is the field, that is DOL vehicle ID was the field which had unique values on each and every row. So we will take or make use of this same vehicle ID or the same particular vehicle, we can say this particular field, to find out our we can say total number of vehicles. So I'll just right click over here and I will click on new measure, and we will use our DAX over here. So I will just increase the size and I will name it as total vehicles. Okay, and the formula which we are going to use is count. Okay, we can use distinct count also. I will use distinct count of DOL. Okay, so distinct count of DOL vehicle ID. So this is nothing but name of the sheet, and this is the field in that particular sheet. And I will just close this, hit enter. Okay, so once you do, now next you can see this particular field has been created with the sign of the calculator. So whatever, wherever you see the calculator sign, this is the sign, this is the field which has been created in Power BI. Okay, that is nothing but a measure, right? All other fields are directly coming from database, right? Now what we will do, I will just take a card from here. I will just take a card from here, and we are going to make use of this card, and I will just take total vehicles and I will add it in here, right? So you can see these are the total vehicles. So now we will do some formattings on this, but before that, so for our entire data, okay, we are going to only analyze the data which is greater than 2010. Okay, so whatever we have in our analysis, we have the data. If I show you the data, and if I add the filter over here, I'll just make it into table, and you can see the model year we have it from 1997 to 2024, but our requirement is to only analyze the data from 2010 or greater than 2010. Okay, so for what we will do, I will just select this, whatever we have to analyze after 2010, that it will start from 2011 forward. Get me? No? So for that, what I will do, I'll just select this, go to filters, and you can say we will add it on this page, or we want to add on all pages. We can use either this or this. Okay. So on this page means what? Only on this particular page one. And on pages means what? Whatever plus, when you click on plus, whatever pages we are going to use, on that also it will be added. So we'll be using this, or you can use this also. And if you are using only this, that is on this visual means what? Only on this particular, this visual, only this filter will be added. So for that, what we will do, I will take model year. Okay, take model year and add on this particular, this page. Okay, then you have an option here called is less than, greater than, whatever. So we are going to use is greater than. Okay, greater than 2010, everything greater than 2010, and we are just going to click on apply. Okay, so once you do, you can see nothing has been changed because it was not, we don't have that much amount of value over here, right? So you can see if you want to verify or cross check also, so what we will do, so I will just go ahead and just select everything after 2010. Okay, so that is after 11, everything we will choose. So just to cross check. Okay, and I'll just click on OK. So you can see this has been filtered, and you will see, let's see the count of all the this particular DOI vehicle. You can see when you see the count, it is 154 to 4, that is 150k. Are getting or not? And if you want to see everything less than this particular, that is up to 2010, if you see, we don't have that much amount of data, right? So just let's see that. Okay, and just click on OK, and when I select, right, you only 61 counts are there, right? Only 61 amount of data is are there here, right? So that doesn't give us any sense of analyzing those previous data. That's the reason we are going to only use everything after 2010, right? So you can see it has been not changed the values, but it has changed. You can see and note that in the next visuals which you are going to get, right? So now we will select this, then let's come here, format visual. So I hope you have understood this, right? So after 2010 also I've shown you, you can filter and you can cross check on your own also. If you still want to see, I'll just build a matrix over here. So just let's bring a table over here, and now I will just bring the model here over here. So instead of sum, I just don't summarize, and we will bring the total vehicles over here, right? So here you can see we have 2011 to 2024, it is 15042, the same value we are getting over here, just the decimal places haven't been added over here, right? So if you remove the filter over here, so let's say we remove the filter over here, so you can see it is from 1997 to 2024. Getting or not? Just to verify if you might get confused on this, right? So I will just undo this, and the filter is again added over here. So I'll just close this, remove, and now we will just format our visual. Just click here, go here. Okay, just go to format visual, go in general, then go in effects and turn off this particular, right? Then go to visual, turn off the category label also. We don't want to give the heading, we will give the heading from somewhere else. And here we are going to use the font size as 28, bold, and the color which you are going to use is more, and we will be using hashtag. I'll use the color for it as 6FD771. Okay, so this is the color code which we are going to use, right? And now display units will just show it up to 2 decimal points. Okay, that is 150.42, which is the same value which I told you before in the matrix. Then go to general, and here in title we will turn on the title, and the title we will give it as total vehicles. Okay, this is the title for us. We will take it to center, right? The color which we'll be using is this, and the size we'll be using is 11, and we'll be using it Sergio semi-bold. Okay, so this is the way we are going to analyze. And now what we will do, we'll just take this and we'll place it over here, right? So this is our total vehicles. So in the same way, as per our second problem statement, we are find out average electric range. Okay, so we already have an electric range over here. We have to find out the average electric range, right? So for that, we will use the same placeholder. I'll just take this Control C and Control V. Same will use here, and I'll just remove this, and we will take the electric range over here. So I will just take it electric range over here, and instead of sum, what we will do, we have to take average. So this is then average electric range. Getting or not? But you can see here we want to add an in front of that kilometer. Okay, see, I'm not sure if it is in miles or in kilometer. Okay, it might be in miles or it might be in kilometer. I'm not sure about that because it is not specified in the data. So it depends upon you, whatever you have to add. But I will show you how to add it. I will not add it over here, but I will show you how to add it. So for that we will write a DAX function. So I'll just right click and I'll click on measure, and here you can write it as average range. Okay, and we will use a concatenate functions because we have to combine this value. This value that is 67.83, and in front of that we have to add a kilometer, right? So I will use a concatenate function. Okay, so it is saying text one. So whatever function, this is a numerical value, but it is asking us a text. We can use the same value over here, but it will be converting this value into text because it concatenate function works on text only, and the result output will be also text. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I will take average. Okay, so we have to take average of what? We have to take it for electric utility. Okay, that is electric range, not electric utility, electric range. Okay, so this is electric range. So this is electric range, comma. Okay, what should be the second? Okay, so first we have to close the bracket of this first. Then second argument is text to. What should be the second text? So you have to add kilometer or it might be miles. So you have to type it in double inverted commas. So I will just add it kilometer. You can add miles over here, and I will just close the bracket and I will just hit enter. Okay, and now what I will do, I will select this and you can see a new value has been created, a field. I will close this and I will just take this, and you can see we are getting a value over here, but it is in so many of decimal points because it has converted it into a text value. And you can see when I click on this, we do not have any option here to change its decimal points because it is a text. So to do that, or you can see to format it, what you can do is you can add a format function over here. So I will add a format function over here. Before average, I will open the bracket, and here the second argument you can use here is what should be the format. That is nothing but in double inverted commas I will add 0.00. That is, we want two decimal points. I will close this and I will close one more bracket. Okay, and just hit enter. So once you do, you can see you have 67.83 because we have two decimal points. If you want one, you can use one, that is 0.0 only. Getting or not? And now this you can place it over here. So it depends upon you. But for now, in my analysis, I will just choose it as this particular average, that is electric range, and I will just take it as average over here. That is, I will not add anything. It will be up to you what you have to add. Getting or not? And I will just try to place it over here. Getting or not? And just we will change the name of this particular title. Go to select this, go to general, and here we'll name it as average electric range. Okay, hit enter. So this is average electric range, 67.83 kilometer or miles, depends upon you. Okay, because it is in US, so I think so it might be in miles only, not sure. Okay, right, so this is the first, you can see the KPI which we have designed, right? Now as per our problem statement, what we have to find out is total BEV vehicles and percentage of total BEV vehicles, right? And we have to show it in the form of a pie chart which shows the percentage, and then inside that we have to add these two values, right? So for that, the outer this particular thing, that is the container, we will just copy it, Control C and Control V, and I will just try to bring it over here, the same container. Okay, so this is the same. One more we will just create, and I will just try to place it over here. Okay, and just make sure there are equal spacings between all, right? And now what we will do, we'll just build it over here. First we'll take a pie chart from here. So for pie chart, what we are need here is, I'll just take it here. So I will just take the electric utility, not electric utility, electric vehicle type in legend. Okay, and we want total vehicles. So with respect to total vehicles, we are going to find out, just bring it over here. Getting that? So you can see for all of this filter will be always there, because for this initially only we used, it should be present on this page. So this page, every time you use any build or any visual, always this filter will be automatically present over here. So always it will take the data greater than 2010. So don't get confused why we used only for this. Okay, so it will be always there. Getting? So I will just select this. Okay, or you can just select this, go to format painter and just select this. What will happen? The we can say whatever we have used over here, the background and all those will be removed from here, right? So we don't have to change it again and again. So now select this, go here. So we don't want any legend, we don't want any details, we don't want any title as well, we'll remove. We want clean and crisp. Okay, then go to properties. So height we will keep it as 200 itself, but the width for this or we can say height, I will be using 231. Okay, choose height as 231. The width we will be using is 259. Okay, now go to visual, go to slices, and in spacing we'll use it as 85%. Okay, and the color combinations now we have to choose over here. So the color combination here I will choose it as this particular thing, right? So for BEV I will use this, and for plugin I will go in more colors, and the color combination which I will be using here is hashtag. See this particular color, so this color which I have used now, this is the same color which is used for this KPI, so you can copy the code from here. And this particular, for this slice I will be using a different color code over here, that is 6FD77. No, not this one, so we'll use a different code, that is 014D06. Okay, so this is the code which I'm going to use. Now just take this and bring it over here at center. Okay, so we have found our center. Perfect. Not yet. Okay, so this is the center. We have just placed it exactly at the center, and now we have to build the central KPIs. Okay, so what we have to show is we have to show the vehicles which are just for BEV. Okay, we don't want all vehicles. Out of all, how many are BEV vehicles? So for that, what we will do, I will write a DAX calculation. So I will just write and click on new measure. Okay, and I will name it as BEV vehicles. BEV vehicles, right? And we'll use a calculate function. Okay, and the first expression, that is we have to find out, expression means what, out of, for we have to find it from total vehicles. Okay, so total vehicles comma, we have to filter the value, the filter value what, that is electric vehicle type, we have to filter it out here, that is type. Okay, so nothing but electric vehicle type, it should be equal to what, it should be added in double inverted comma, we'll copy it from Excel sheet. Okay, so it should be this value, just copy this from here. Make sure you type it exactly whatever we have in the data, the same should be typed over here, it is case sensitive. Okay, close the double inverted comma and close the bracket. So I will explain you how this works. We are using a calculate function, so out of in calculate function we are using a expression as total vehicles. So in this is the total vehicles, right? Entire count is there, but we have applied one filter for that, that it should only take those total vehicles which have electric vehicle type as BEV. Okay, and this is taken from the data itself, and just click on this. Okay, and you can see a new field has been created. We'll just take this, Control C, Control V, the same file, the same KPI. I will close this, and we will use BEV vehicles. Okay, so these are the BEV vehicles. Select this, and we don't want any space over here, that is we are okay, or we will do that later. So I'll just select this, go here, go to call out value, and decimal points we'll choose it as 0. Okay, and the size for this, or we can say the font which we are going to use for this will be 22. Okay, we are going to use 22, and it will be bold itself, but just go in general. The title we will be changing it as BEV vehicles, right? So it is for BEV vehicles, right? And we will choose it as 10. Okay, so and we'll just reduce it likewise. Now just take it and bring it over here. Okay, so these are our BE vehicle, that is 117k. Now we want to find out percentage also over here. So how to find out the percentage? Okay, so percentage is nothing but total divided by we can say total BEV vehicles divided by total number of vehicles. So we already have the BEV vehicles, we just have to divide it by total vehicles when we will get the ratio percentage. So I'll just right click over here, click on new measure, and we'll click it as, we'll take it as percentage, where is it, percentage of BEV. Okay, and it is nothing but BEV vehicles, total BEV vehicles divided by total vehicles, right? And we'll just click on enter, right? And I will just take this Control C, Control V. I will show it over here. I will just close this, and these are percentage. Okay, so right now you can see it as 1. Why 1? So just go over here. In filters, we have anything? No, we don't have. But let's see. I will just select percentage and I'll click on here percentage. Okay, so it was a rounding of the value, so it was showing 1. So when you click here, so you have to just click on this particular file, or we can say not file, the measure, and you have to go in measure tools and you have to just click on percentage and automatically it will show you, right? And now just bring it over here, right? Just try to place it nice and clean. Now select this and just go here, and we will name it as, it should be percentage of total, right? So go in general, and in title we will name it as percentage of total. Okay, we will, T should be capital. Getting not? One sec. All right. So this is the BEV vehicles. You can see it is 78%, and you can see this particular pie is also dynamic. Whenever value changes, it will take that particular 78 percentage of we can say consumption area for this particular pie, right? So this is for BEV. BEV is nothing but completely battery operated vehicle or battery electric vehicle, where it does not have any hybrid, okay, or we can say hybrid resource is not there, like a combustion engine is not present. It will be completely operated by only electricity, or we can say electric battery. Now next what we have to find out is PHEV vehicle. PH is hybrid. Okay, it will use a power of electricity, and sometimes it will also bypass and it will use a combustion engine also. So now next we have to find out that. So for that it will be very much easy. We just will copy the same pie chart. Okay, same pie chart we will copy, and we will just have to change the color combination. So what we will do, we will go in slices. So for this we will choose it as this, right? So this will be our this particular color, and we have to reverse this color to this, right? Oops, this, and this will be the reverse color. Simple. Okay, and I will just bring it over here. All right, one second. Okay, so now we have found out the center. Now we have to find out these two values, right? So for that, we already have wrote this particular calculation, so I'll just copy this entire thing. I will right click over here and I will click on new measure. Okay, and I will paste it over here. So this was BE vehicle. Now we have to find out for PHEV. So instead of this filter, we have to change this filter now. I will just go to our data and I will just select this. So this is the text we are going to add it. Make sure it is case sensitive. You add it correct. Either directly copy it from data itself, okay, or you can type it also. So this is we are going to use. I will just click on okay. Okay. Now next we are going to find out the percentage, right? So for percentage, I will just copy this entire thing again, Control C, and I will right click here, click on new measure, and I will paste it over here. This is percentage of PHEV vehicles. So instead of BEV, here we will use as PHEV vehicles, and divided by total vehicles will be the same. And just click on OK. Okay, so it is ready. Now we'll just copy this, Control C, Control V, oops, and delete this, and we want to bring out here PHEV vehicles. Okay, so these are the PHEV vehicles, and we'll just place it over here. Clean. Okay, we'll change the title for this. It should be PHEV vehicles, right? Now copy this again. Control C, Control V. Close this, and we'll bring percentage of PHEV. So we can see a 0, but just select this PHEV and click on percentage, and you will get a value over here that is 22%. And we'll change the title of this as percentage of total. Okay, and just bring it over here. Perfect. Okay, so just try to make sure it is at center, right? So these are all our KPIs requirement, and you can see you can take an insight from here. So most of in this electrical analysis, most of the vehicles, or we can say 78% of vehicles are battery operated, and only 22% of all the vehicles are, you can see, which are hybrid. Okay, electric operated as well, or we can say they are operated on gasoline or diesel engine, or we can say a combustion engine, right? So it can switch the power. Okay, it can bypass the power, and we can run the vehicle on that. But this is a complete pure electric. Okay, so this is the insight which can be taken from here. All right. All right. So now next we have to find out our charts requirement, or we have to design our charts, right? So with respect to that, if you see our problem statement, so first we have to find out total vehicles by model year, and the visualization we have to do is either a line chart or area chart, right? So first we will bring our container for this. Okay, so we'll just take this. Okay, Control C and Control V, and I will keep a gap at the top, right? So, or we can just, I will just add one more container over here. All right, so this we will use to, add our filters over here. So I'll just add this container over here, and I will just increase the size of this likewise. All right, and I will take one more container over here, Control C and Control V, and I'll just place it over here. And I will just go in general, in properties, I will make the height for me as 270, and the width I will be using as 520. Okay, so this will be uh, the shape which we'll be using. Now next what we will do, I will take a area chart from here. We will build the area chart, right? On x-axis we have to take the model year, so we'll take the model year on x-axis. Okay, so it should be on x-axis, and on y-axis we have to take the total vehicles. Okay, so this is the chart which we have to visualize. Now what we have to do, we have to do quick formattings on this. So what I will do, I will just select this pie chart. Okay, so this pie chart I've selected, not a pie chart, a donut chart. Click on format painter, and then just click on here, right? Okay, one second. Select this, click on format painter, and just select this particular chart. You can see all the, or we can say the background has been gone, so it will just taking the formattings of this chart and we are pasting it over here. So now just select this chart, go here, go in x-axis. Okay, we don't want to show the title for this, we'll just turn off the title. Similarly for y-axis, we'll turn off the title. All right, then grid lines, we'll turn off the horizontal as well as the vertical grid lines, right? And now we'll just try to bring it over here, increase it likewise, and we'll adjust it as vertically as well, right? And just try to place it as center. Okay, now go to general or go to visual first, and here go to lines. Okay, and in lines we will choose the color over here. So choose the color here, this, that is the same color which we use to design our this particular things, right? So this particular font of this particular KPI, same color. Shaded area, what we will do, we'll just increase the transparency of the shaded area. We'll just make it as 75%. Okay, next we'll go to markers, and we'll turn on the markers. We want to show the markers. All right, and then we'll just turn off these, and in data labels we have to turn on the data labels. Okay, and go to values, and instead of bold we are going to choose it as semi bold. Okay, or we will keep it as din itself, and we'll make it as 12. Okay, or we'll just reduce more. Okay, and we'll give the color as white. Okay, and the display unit is correct. Next, okay, layout, just go to values again. One second. All right, and in data labels we'll just choose the position as above. Okay, so we will show all the positions as above. And next, this particular also we have to change the color of this also. So we'll just go in y-axis, x-axis, and we'll just change this to this, and on y-axis we'll change the values color to this. Okay, perfect. And now you can see it is starting from 2010. It should start from 11 itself. So for that, what we will do, we will go in x-axis, and you can see the minimum range. Should start from 2011. Okay, so it should be starting from 2011 itself. You can see in the tooltip itself, and you can see the trend or the insight which we can take from here is it is going or it is increasing. We can say from each model year or each year of make, it is going on increasing and increasing, right? So the usage of electric vehicle is increasing, and here you can see it is dropped in 2024. That is, we just have 642 vehicles. But this data, because we are in right now 2024, the data is not almost for all the year. It might be only for half of the January month. Okay, so as we go on increasing, and when you update the data in this sheet, and when you hit refresh over here, automatically this chart will be also updated, and you can see the trend for 2024 will be more than 2023, right? So year on year the trend has been increasing, and the adoption of electric vehicle is also increased, right? So in this way, you can generate the insight from here, right? So here also they want to see what are the insights and growth pattern, right? So adoption and growth pattern is good for electric vehicle. The future is good for electric vehicle, right? And people are adapting it the green energy. Getting on? So this is a good sign for us. Okay, right? Now we have to add the title also for here. So we'll just go in title, and I will add the title at the left. Okay, that is total vehicles. We'll just increase it by 1, and we'll choose this color. Okay, so that is total vehicles by model year. All right. So now this was the total vehicles by model year. Next, we have to find out, as per our problem statement, if you see, we have to find out total vehicles by state. Okay, so for that, I will just select this background, Control C, Control V, and I will just try to add it over here. Just choose the center, and I will reduce it likewise. All right, perfect. Now for that, I will just take a map chart from here. That is a field map we'll be using, and you have a state. I just add it into location, and we'll be using the total vehicles into legends. Okay, just take the total vehicles and we'll add it into legends. So it's not just select the, instead of this we will just choose the shape map. Okay, so instead of field map we will use a shape map. Okay, so in shape map you have to add the location, the state as in location, and the total vehicles in the color saturation. Okay, now same, we'll just select this chart, click on format painter, and just select this. Okay, so automatically the same formattings will be applied over here as well. And now we will just try to bring it over here. Okay, now I will just reduce it likewise, and increase it vertically likewise. Okay, and now we will do some formattings on this. Alright, so go to format visual, and we will change the fill colors for this. Just go to fill colors. We will be using a gradient, so just turn on the gradient over here. So we will just choose the minimum color from here. So we'll choose a minimum color, this, and the center color we'll choose. We'll go in more colors, choose here green. Okay, the center color we'll choose is at this, and the maximum color we'll be using, go to more colors again, go to green, and we'll choose it at this. Okay, perfect. So this is the saturation. We are going to keep everything in green color thing, right? So from here you can see the darker color is over here, right? So Washington, most of the vehicles are for Washington itself, and the data is also for Washington itself, but still they have provided some of the data for other states, but they are more focused towards the Washington. So if you want to also see the data for other states, if you see here for California, you can see with respect to that the values are changing, right? And you can see the you can see output for only California, and you can see filter out this value for California and see the trend of that. Getting or not? So this is the total vehicles by state. All right, so you can see some of the values here are missing, right? So why? Because it does not have space to show the value over here, because the x-axis values are not showing, right? So when you increase it, like you, as soon as the values increase, you can see the labels are also showing up. So it doesn't matter. Okay, because we have a tooltip. Okay, when you just go here, hover over your mouse, you can see it in the tooltip itself. So don't worry about that. Okay, so if customer says also that I want to see everything, then you have to change the layout of your chart, right? So you have to increase it likewise, and instead of this chart you have to adjust your some different chart over here, and then all the other layout also will be changed with respect to that. Getting? So now next, as per our problem statement, we want to find out the top 10 vehicles, total vehicles by make. Okay, so for that, first I will take the background. I will just copy this and we'll add it over here. Just take the background. Okay, right? And we'll just reduce it. This is okay, right? And we will take a bar chart from here. So this is the bar chart we'll be using. I'll increase the size, and we have to find out the total top 10 total vehicles by make. Okay, so we have a make over here. We'll just select make and the total vehicles. Okay, we have all of these, but we'll just quickly format this. I will just select this format painter and just click on this. Okay, so everything will be gone from here and we will have the formattings. And now we just have to show top 10. So show top 10, I will just open the filter over here, and here you have an options here, right? So only on this visual, so it will be affecting only this visual. So I'll just select here. Okay, and instead of basic filtering, I will choose top n. And in top n, I want top 10 vehicles, right? And by which value? We want it by total vehicles. So I'll just take total vehicles and I will add it over into values. And I will just click on apply filter. So now you can see we have all the vehicles by top 10 vehicles, right? All, or we just have top 10 vehicles over here, right? And now we'll just click here, and instead of this we can say x-axis values we don't want here. I will just open this and I will just turn on the values, right? And now I will just take it and I'll place it over here. Perfect. Okay, now just select this, go here, we will go to bars and we'll choose the color. We'll check the color as this. Perfect. All right, because we want to keep everything in a green theme. Similarly, if you want to see the values only for Tesla, you can select here and you can see the values for Tesla itself. So here you can see it is just highlighting. You can see the bar is not completely filtered out. So for that, what you have to do is, so I will just select this particular thing, that is this particular chart. We have to go to format and click on edit interactions. So just click on edit interactions, and instead of see, you can see now right now this has been selected. You can see it has been filled, that is highlight. So it is just highlighting, not filtering out. So to filter out, you have to choose this option, that is filter. So when I click on this, you can see it has been filled and this has been filled out. Okay, that is, it has been removed. And now select this also, right? And now when I select this, you can see entire value is changing, right? Likewise, entire pie chart values are completely changing and showing us the values, right? And now just click on again on interact, edit interacts. You can see it has been the options are going out from here, right? So in this way you should know how to highlight and how to just highlight and how to just filter out all the values, right? So by default it will be highlight, but highlight doesn't give you and a proper insight or readable insights from that particular option. So you have to highlight, you have to filter it out. Getting? So now next, as per our problem statement, we have to find out total vehicles by CAFE eligibility. So for that, we will just take a background first over here. So we will take the same background, that is this one. I'll just select it, Control C, Control V. Okay, and we'll just try, I will adjust it with arrow keys. And I will reduce it likewise. Okay, this will be the space we'll be using, and just select the donut chart. You can use a pie chart also, and we want it with the CAF eligibility, that is this, and with respect to total vehicles, right? I will just select this, go to format painter and just select this. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we'll just try to adjust it over here, right? And just reduce this likewise. All right, and now we'll do some formattings on here. Go to general first, we'll change the title. So we'll just remove the CAF eligibility. Okay, and we'll just keep the abbreviation over here, right? Again select this and we'll change the now slices. First we'll increase the spacing for this. We'll increase it to 70%. Okay, and now we will change this colors. So one, I will choose it at this. Second, we'll choose it as this, and the third one we'll take it as this. Perfect. Okay, so this is the color combinations we are going to use. The same which we used for this gradient, same we are going to use over here, right? Now select this and we want to show the legends here, right? And the legends, I will show it as top center. Okay, at the top, and the text in the legend, I will choose it as this particular color, this one, and I will just turn off the title of the legends. Okay, so from here you can see what insights can be taken. When I take the mouse over here, that is clean alternative fuel is eligibility is unknown as battery range has not been researched. Means what? So for this particular vehicles, whichever falls in this category, the research is still going on CAFE eligibility. That is nothing but clean alternative fuel vehicle. So clean alternative fuel means what? Instead of using your resources which are depleting with respect to time, that are gasoline, petrol. So these are we can say non-renewable resources, right? Or we can say, I'm not sure whether renewable or not renewable, this is a part of sale, but they are going to deplete it with respect to time. They might the consumption might be so high that there might be shortage in future. But what are clean alternative fuel might be? First is electricity, second might be your solar panels, it might be some another resources which are naturally available, right? Like hydrogen powered vehicles, right? So these are the clean alternative fuel. So research has been still going on. Then you can see this is like 41 percentage, that is clean alternative fuel vehicle is eligible. So all the vehicles which fall in this range, like 41% of vehicles are eligible for this particular criteria, right? So it is giving us a clean energy vehicle. It is not non-polluting vehicle, we can say. And we can say 11.86% of vehicle are not eligible, right? So all the vehicles which falls in this criteria, they are not eligible for clean alternative fuel. So this is a government norm. Whatever vehicles fall in this particular range, they are not eligible, as they do not fall or add up in the category that we can say they are a clean vehicle. And most of them are, you can see, most of them are PHEV only, right? So you can see only 9 vehicles are there which are BEV vehicles, which falls in non-eligibility. And if you see in eligible vehicles, you can see 75% are eligible, right? And you can see when we say research, we can say on all the electric vehicles only the research is still going on. Getting or not? So you can see here also it is highlighting. So for that, what I have to do, I have to go in format. Here you can see when I click here, 100% is there. So it should completely take this entire we can say area of this donut chart, that is for 100% entire green should be there, but it is not happening. So for that, what I have to do, I have to go in format, click on edit interactions, and here you have to click on filter. Here also you have to click on filter. Similarly, here also it is highlighting, so you also click on filter. And now when I just select this, go to format here and then uncheck this. And now when I select this, you can see 100% means entire is selected. So that is on all which are we can say research is going on all the electric vehicles, not on we can say hybrid electric. And we can see which are non-eligible. So we can see if I click on non-eligible, 100% all the vehicles are non-eligible here, right? So only 9 vehicles are, we can say here, which is a very negligible amount. In front of 18,000, only 9 vehicles are non-eligible, which are of pure electric type. Getting or not? And in that also, most of them are Toyota, Ford, all these vehicles, right, which are non-eligible. Here you can see when I click on non-eligible, the makes which are Toyota, Ford, these are non-eligible vehicles for clean alternative. And which if you click here, which are eligible, most of them are Tesla, Nissan, and Chevrolet. And if I click on which vehicles the research is going on, still on Tesla and some of the Tesla model vehicles, the research is still going. Getting notes in this way, you have to read the insights of this particular dashboard, right? So I hope you're understanding how to read it and how to take an analysis from that. So if I click on here on Tesla, you can see when I click on Tesla, 100% of all the vehicles are BEV. Means what? All the vehicles they made by Tesla are electrical vehicles. They don't focus on hybrid electric vehicles. Getting not? So this is the insight you have to read. An average electric range is 90 kilometer of one complete charge. Similarly, if you want to see for Nissan, okay, so for Nissan also 100% are electric. If you click on Chevrolet, you can say Chevrolet deals with both. Chevrolet deals with both 100% electric vehicle and both on we can say hybrid electric vehicles also. So this is very important, guys. Okay, so in this way you have to read the insights, and which can or your client also can take the insights from here. All right. So now next what you can do is we have to find out our last requirement, that is top 10 vehicles by model. Okay, and for that we have to create a tree map. So I will take a background for this, that is container, and I will just increase the size likewise, and this is the container we'll be using. Here you have a tree map where it is this one. We have a tree map over here. So this is the tree map. So we have to find it for model. Okay, so for different models by total vehicles, right? But we just want top 10 models. So for that, what we will do? I will just go here and first go in filters. Okay, select this and go to top n, and here we want top 10. Okay, and by which field? By total vehicles. Okay, and just click on apply. So you can see top 10 are there, but we want to give the colors to this. So first I will just select this, click on format painter and just select this. You can see all the values are changing now. Now go to colors. Okay, and here what I will do, I'll just click on FX. Okay, and here we'll choose gradient color. Okay, and for here it should be by what? Okay, by which field we want to take the gradient. So it should be by total vehicles. Okay, by total vehicles, what should be the lowest value? So the lowest value should be given the color as, let's say, we'll go in more colors, go in green, we'll take a bit darker green color. And for highest value, we'll go in more colors, go to green shading, and we'll choose it as this color. Okay, and just click on OK. So you can see automatically the color has been taken. We'll just choose another color a bit darker, and at the end, at the lowest value, we'll just choose a more darker. Okay, perfect. Now it looks fine. And now we'll try to add it over here. Alright, so this is total vehicles by model. Alright guys, just pick it here now. Now it looks perfectly fine. And with respect to this, we have designed all of our charts, right? So now next what we have to do is we have to add our filters over here. So for that, what I will do, I will first select this, go to style, and the color which I will be using here is a bit black color. Okay, I will add a black color for this background, and we'll have to add a filter panel over here. So for that, while I will just take a text from here first, I will just select this, Control C, Control V. Okay, and I will bring it over here and I'll name it as filter panel. Okay, and just select entire, and we'll choose it as 12. Okay, perfect, and reduce it likewise. Right, so this is our filter panel, and now we'll just change the color of this to blue. Okay, and now we will add our filters over here. So filters are nothing but slicers, so we'll take a slicer from here. So the first slicer which we have to add is the city. Okay, so I will take a city from here and I will add it in the field, and now we will do some formattings on city. Go in slicer setting, so it should be a drop down. In selection, it should have a all button. Okay, and we don't want a slicer header. We'll go in values. For background, in values background, we'll choose it as black. Okay, and padding, we will choose it as 0. Next, font color, we will choose it as white. Okay, now just select likewise, then go in general, go in effects, and just turn off the background. And now we'll bring it here. Perfect. Okay, and we'll just copy this now, Control C, Control V, and I'll bring it here, center, and I'll name it as city. Okay, select this and we'll name it as color as white. Okay, so this is our city. So we'll just take it to left, select this, both of them, and we'll take it to left. Perfect. Choose it as center. We'll bring it more closer. Okay, so this formattings, this alignment takes some time, guys. It will take time for you also, but once it is set, it will be same for all, right? So this is with respect to city, right? Right, so if you want to see for a different city, you can choose your city and you can filter out the value for different cities likewise. If you want to see for multiple cities, you can just press control and you can select multiple cities, right? So in this way you can select cities Now I will just copy and paste this, both of them. Just press Control and select both of them. Okay, or you can press Shift also, Control C, Control V, and I will just take them, both of them, over here. Okay, and now instead of city, next we want is electric utility. So I'll just take electric utility and add it here. Same, we will change the name of this as electric utility. Right. Bring it to right. Good. So this is electric utility. Then again, Control C, Control V. Okay, and now we want to see it with respect to the electric vehicle type. Okay, so that is nothing but BEV or PHEV. And we'll say copy this again. Control C, Control V. Take it over here. Okay, and name it as electric vehicle type. All right. So we will just take both of these, this, 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 and this. We will just move it to left. Right. Okay. So these are all the filters. Right. So you just have to adjust them. It will take some time for the alignment. So I will be just fast forwarding our video for this. All right. So in this way, we are adding our filters. Getting. And so this is how we design entire dashboard. If you want to add an image over here, so you just have to go and insert, click on image. Okay, and I will just go downloads and I will just choose my image from here. This is the image. Okay, and you can find this image on Google anywhere, whichever image you want to use. Okay, so this is the image. All right. So in this way, guys, we have designed our entire dashboard, and here you can see this is the beautiful dashboard. I hope you have learned so many things from here. You have learned different functionalities, how to design a dashboard, how to formulate, how to generate insights, how to read the